Here we go again. Give you a better picture to look at. Yeah, more or less. Okay, so there appears to be two halves in America. The work hard and accomplish something and, build a life. Oh man, here I go. I better just start moving out because gotta wait for these people. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why. I do know why this Walmart, or I guess any Walmart, fills up fast as soon as they open. It's because all the Mexicans are coming to buy that discount merchandise that they're going to go sell in Mexico for 400, 500 times more. Okay. There's a reality of life that we're here. And from history, from textbooks, we know that there was some kind of a beginning. And in that history, we know that kings arose, dictators arose, and then the system known as the American Constitutional Republic, based on the American Constitution, arose. And we've had all that experience. Now, I know from personal independent study, beyond my bachelor's in psychology, that most of the people who are struggling in life are struggling because of their attitude. Having oh my, this guy's gonna run me off the road. I don't know what they want to be first to. Okay. Being a positive person doesn't mean that everything we want to work out in life is going to work out. It just means we're going to have the personal strength to roll with the punches. Whatever that may be. Whether it's living in a small apartment or living in a large mansion. You would be surprised how many people with a lot of wealth have very little peace, love, and joy. Most of us are under the impression if I could just win the lottery, I wouldn't have to work and I'd have a whole bunch of time to have all the fun I want to have. The reality is you can have all that fun even without winning the lottery. You don't need money to take a walk in a park, to listen to music. Radio is still free. Though it is, you get more commercials than actual music, and then you get more DJs talking about stuff they really shouldn't talk about because it's so obvious with the commentary that they're just not wise, intelligent people. However, there are ways to have fun even if you're not a billionaire. There are ways to appreciate what you have and let that be your joy. A healthy glass of water, a salad, chicken, rice, and vegetables. We do grow up in a modern industrial complex, and we're given the idea that life is measured by a certain degree of wealth. It would be helpful if we grasp the idea that God is real and God won't betray us and God knows what we need. There are several Bible verses in the original King James about look at the birds, look at the ants. Who among you, when your son asks you for a loaf of bread, would give him a rock? If you who are sinners would give your son a loaf of bread, how much more would your heavenly Father do for you? So we really are bogging ourselves down with negativity because our failure, one, to appreciate the fact that God's in charge. And two, to be able to appreciate and enjoy the blessings that He has given us. Whatever the blessings, we just are not acknowledging that they're blessings. Oh man, early morning drivers. Really, what are they in a rush to get to? They're all late to get to work. Okay, back to the object lesson. So, personal joy, personal peace, personal love, it's a personal issue. It's a mindset. It really is about, are you a person who goes around saying everything sucks, nothing works, why bother? Or are you a person who can look at life for what it is? We have to be realistic. We have to be realistic. And that's important because all that other stuff we're doing, man, I'm just surrounded by savages. I think I can take the lane. I'm sorry, but I got them to get the lane. Okay. So the important thing is, and as I look at what's going on, again, it was great that Donald Trump won. Unfortunately, there's too many members of all members of the United States Congress are servants of Satan. The United States wouldn't have a 40 trillion national debt if there were good Christians in the United States Congress. And that means more bad things are coming. But as Jesus Christ said, the world will bring you tribulation, but be of good joy, because I have overcome the world. I have come and overcome the world. I'm paraphrasing. I got an old brain. I don't write down outlines for things. Okay. So we understand reality, but we don't let reality make us hysterical, make us panic. We stay balanced in our mental health, and we understand that among the gifts that God has given us are peace, love, and joy. Tell you, on a Mexican plate, nothing makes me more enraged than to see a bad driver with a Mexican plate on their car. Why don't they go to the country and drive like that? Okay. So, in evaluating what's going to happen, President Trump has done a lot through executive orders. But if we're waiting for the United States Congress to play fair, they're not going to. Because they don't work for you and I. They work for themselves. Well, yes, they work for themselves, but in reality, they work for Satan, for the Illuminati, for the people who tell them, do what we say or else. And that means things are not going to get better. And this road leading to a one world government, they're going to continue to follow that road. And what does that mean for you and I? Well, if we're wise and we believe in God, we prepare. I do not believe that God gave us His Bible in His voice an original King James Bible, so we would be ignorant. And because he wants us to be informed, he also wants us to use that information as the reasoning, thinking beings that he made us. If tribulation is coming, then we should prepare. We should prepare our mindset, our mental health, our attitude. We also prepare our lives. When we have to leave this modern industrial complex, we're going to go somewhere, and it would be helpful if we have water and we have the knowledge to grow fruits and vegetables, and we have the knowledge to work with animals. They can deprive us of the right to buy and sell. They cannot deprive us of the sun, the rain, the land, the animals, and each other. Those of us of the same mindset, of the same spirit. And I definitely believe in fighting back. Why wait to be rounded up and taken somewhere to be murdered? It's better to buy your firearms now and all the bullets you think you may need. And then, of course, I'm a firm believer that the majority of the conflicts, of the military conflicts throughout human history, were won with swords, spears, bows and arrows, clubs, and intelligence. The reason there are so many cave drawings, the reason that there are so many caves that people lived in, is because they were hiding from their enemies. The Jewish people were hiding from their enemies. The Hebrews were hiding from their enemies. Yes, of fear, but also of wisdom. Of knowing they have enemies that want to kill them, and preparing. The city of David, walled in, because they knew that people wanted to harm them. And they were people of the same mindset, of the same spirit, working together to defend one another. I don't see how this lasts any much longer. They're going to do something. Everybody's celebrating and jumping up and down, and Trump won, and we're going to get the swamp monsters out of the swamp. No, sorry, you're not. And humanity's lost, humanity's fallen. Too many people don't see what you and I see. Too many people are out there cheerleading the liberal democratic, which really has become the communist way. I don't think we should call them liberals and Democrats anymore. We should call them what they are, and they're communists. They want the government to be in charge of us. I've spoken of the party people that I used to see as a taxi driver coming back from Juarez, from Mexico, when they went out to get drunk, get drugged up, and fornicate. Angry, sad people who did what they said was going to make them happy, and it didn't make them happy. And they're becoming rather frustrated people with very bad attitude, a very bad nature, a violent, aggressive nature, and also a hateful nature. How dare you be a person who's getting peace, love, and joy out of life? So Satan is centering them to focus on you and to destroy you. But again, it's not to make you afraid, it's to tell you. We all like this convenient society. Well, I just walked into Walmart, got what I needed, and I'm back home. We like it. But what if it doesn't last? So the object lesson is be grateful for the blessing that God gives you. Recognizes something is coming, and there's no reason to be afraid. There's great reason to start preparing.